welcome to part two of Lay Store's theft blog. I don't know. I doing vlogs. Gonna just work on finishing what I'm doing. Anyway, so picking up where we left off. This motherfucker had to shaking this rug down, just a bunch of shit popping out. We had headphones popping out. Some clothes was popping out. Some notebooks, some other school supplies. It was kind of strange. Like you're gonna steal like it's $5 pens. Like if you're gonna go for he's got like super expensive headphones, these Jaybirds that are 179.99, and then like some of these like gel pens that are like 5.99. I'm like, okay, dude, like you gotta wide right. And he's got notebooks in there. We're like, you going back to school? You trying to get out of that theft game? Trying to get out of the criminal? Trying to get out of this criminal business? Because you're truly not a criminal mastermind. We can tell that for certain. So he's shaking him down, got all this shit, and so now all of these things are just like kind of sitting there, and we're like, "Oh, you're gonna pay for it back here now." And he's like, "Oh, okay." So I'm like, I'm just sitting here. No, I do not fake smile when I do my when I'm like an employee or whatever. I just don't. Like I'll be courteous. I'll be sometimes not. I'll be courteous, or I'll be like nice or whatever. But generally, I'm not apathetic. It just I'm neutral. Like I'm of the professional opinion that if you want to like be in that kind of environment with someone, like coming at them with an overly positive attitude just drives a wedge between both of you. Like I'm trying to be real. I'm not trying to be some fake, put on some fake personality or whatever. So I almost never fake smile. It's just like a rule of mine. But this guy coming over here with all this shit, and I've got this giant ass grin on his. I'm like, oh, we're ready to check you out. Whatever you want, sir. Like I got your stuff. Well, come over here, man. And this poor guy's like, oh God, make me go. No. So I started scanning all of his items. Like, oh, got some pens here, huh? I got both these headphones, all this other stuff. Like, oh yeah, he's got a Roku streaming stick. Oh, let's get that over here. Okay. And this poor guy, this whole time, I shouldn't say poor guy because he's a fucking criminal. A thief, whatever. But yeah, so he's just sitting there, like, the security team, the security guy is like standing like right next to me, just like, he's like looking him like dead in the eye, like not flinching. For like probably the 10 minutes that we were just standing there waiting for this guy to finish. That whole time he's just looking him dead in the eye. And the other guy's like, why are you staring at me? And the security guy's just like, he doesn't change, nothing. Occasionally he'll throw in a quip or so. Like, so as we finish the transaction, or like we're preparing the transaction, I've got all this guy's stuff like rung up. Comes out to be about $680, something around there. And the guy's like, my girl. Well, actually, I wanted to pay up front because my girlfriend is up front and she has my card. And the guy's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, like the security guy's like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, go ahead and call her. Like if you bring her over here, like she can pay back here too. It's just fine. We've already got all your stuff set up. So this poor this guy the thief, the criminal, this white criminal guy, he's like, oh, okay. So he busts his phone out, and he's let. Oh, let's see if I got my phone with me. Oh, I got my phone right here. So he busts his phone out, and he's like, it's mine. It's not on the headset thing. So he's got his phone. He's like pretending to like dial or whatever, like kind of like keeping it on the side. He's like, "Hey, I'm back in the back of the store. I need you to come back here. I don't have my cards with me." And he's not on the phone. He's not on. It's clear he's not on the phone. Screen is black, and I know how the iPhone screens like go black when you or have it like next to your ear because there's no reason to have the screen on like when it's next to your ear anyway. But like it wasn't just that. Like he had put it to his ear with the screen just being dark, and then when he it was the funniest part was like at like halfway through him like faking this conversation. Security guy's like, "That's so funny. You're not talking to anyone. Your phone's not in a call. There's no one over there. You're not talking to anybody right now." And the guy's like, "Yeah, I am. And he like tapping. He's like, I just hung up. Like, I know I was talking to her. I just hung up right now. She should be coming back." He's like, "That's really funny because I saw your screen. You weren't talking to anybody." And he's just being a savage. Like he's straight up just vicious. Like they weren't talking to anybody. She coming back here or not? What you doing, bro? And So the guy is like really like he's like getting super nervous now. This thief, he's getting the white thief's getting super nervous. So I'm like, oh, go ahead, sir. I'm ready to pay. Ready for you to pay when you are. Like, got all your stuff rung up. We'll start bagging as soon as you're ready to pay. So he goes, okay, let's use this card. I'm like, card and your ID, please. He's like, oh, okay. And I guess like he was too afraid at that point to like try to do anything else. But he gave me his card and his ID. They both looked pretty real. I'm no expert in fake IDs, but we get a couple. I've seen a couple. It didn't look fake, so I think he actually did give me his real name. I won't say his name on here, but I've got it in my head, and I'm gonna have it written down somewhere in case I ever see him again. I'll know to report him to police or something. Anyway, so he tries his first card. Of course, it's declined. He doesn't have $680 to spend on this shit, or maybe he does, and he just I don't know, fake card. Who knows? Tries it. He's, actually, I want to run his credit. I don't want to run his. I want to run credit. I'm like, oh, of course. I still got this giant grin. I was like, oh shit, I got my shady grin on. Of course, sir. Oh, sir. If you want to do credit, all you gotta do is press enter. You don't have to put in the PIN number. And so this guy comes over. Is like he's like, oh, it's no one runs credit. So he tries to do his credit. He's like, but this is a prepaid card. It's not like a debit credit card or anything. It's prepaid. I just have money loaded on it. And I'm like, oh yeah. So the way that works is when you charge it, it'll take off the maximum value it can from your account. So if you have like 20 bucks, it'll take off 20. If you have 200, it'll take off 200. Whatever you can from the max value of the total transaction. So just go ahead and swipe when you're ready. Swipes it does that, and I'm like, so all right. So you from your card you paid 13 cents. This motherfucker only had 13 cents on his card. And like I was like laughing, I was like smiling, and like when the screen tells me like how much the card is paid, and the screen pops up 0.13, and I'm like almost losing it. I'm like yes sir, well that covered 13 cents. Still owe $659 and 87 cents or something like that. And I'm like barely not like laughing. I'm like half chuckling, but like not like straight up like bawling with laughter. Um, so I was dying on the inside there. And there's like people who are like not necessarily gathered around, but there's like probably like 15, 20 feet away. There's like a couple people like just kind of like looking on like, oh shit, it's going down, it's going down. So this guy he tries like another card and he's just like he takes a phone call. This is a real phone call this time actually. His second phone call actually was real, and he's like, yeah, I came to return the rug and they're not taking it. You gave me the wrong fucking receipt. It's the wrong, not even for a fucking rug. And I hear like audio coming from his phone this time. First time it was nothing, no screen, no audio, nothing. This time though he's like 3 feet away from me, so I could hear his conversation. So. I don't know what the girl's saying, but someone on the other side of the line is like yelling at him. And so after like he talks on the phone for like 2.5 minutes, he's like, actually, just forget about it. I'm gonna go get the card and come back. And I'm like, oh, of course, sir. We'll keep your stuff right here for when you're ready. And so the guy's just like, oh. And this guy's got some like serious physical shit going down. Like his face is like really like I've done too many drugs. Um, a few other things. Just misshaven. His clothes had like stains and shit everywhere. So he had, so funny. So he's like leaving or whatever. Like our security manager follows him out of the store. And the secondary, the backup security, the less important one, but she's still cool. She's like over there like hanging out, like kind of asking some follow-up questions about it. Like, oh, like, yeah, like help me figure out like how much the total value of the items was, like and then she's like, oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And guess what? And I'm like, what's going on? She's like, you're not gonna fucking believe this shit. And I'm like, what? She's like, that guy over there, that's yet another fucking criminal. And I'm like, what? It's like, he's a known thief. And she's like, JR, go to 6. And so there were fucking 3 fucking thieves in our store that day. And this third guy, like, they did not correlate at all. First guy is this like Hispanic guy. Second guy's this white guy who's not. There's no, honestly, like I saw holes. No way, no way they were related here. This third guy, this like old Asian guy, like late 60s, maybe, yeah, maybe it might be like late 50s, late 60s. I couldn't really tell. I didn't get like a good on view of his face, and he had this hat on, obviously because he wanted to avoid like security cameras and getting a good shot of him. But he was, I guess he was a known theft or known thief because like security recognized him instantly. Maybe there was a bolo for him. So they start following. So she starts following this guy around after my other boss, the other security boss, walks the other guy out of the store, and so she's following this Asian guy around, and he's just kind of like looking around like at us at security, like just kind of like going around normally. Stops at the phone charger aisle, and he pocketed like 4 or 5 phone chargers. He was bending down, so it was at an angle where I couldn't really see what he was doing. Is behind a wall. Uh, and he was just like walking out of the store, and the security head, JR, like lead security guy, he comes back and it's like he's like, "What are you doing, man? What are you doing, man?" And the Asian guy's like, "Oh, I'm just shopping. I'm just shopping." And he's like, "Really? You're just shopping, huh?" And so he's like, "I'm gonna go shop for some clothes since the store's almost closed." And so he's like, "Yeah, oh, you're gonna go shop for clothes? Okay." And so he's following around this Asian guy. He starts pushing his cart like progressively faster and faster and faster. And he's like kind of booking it down to the clothes department. And so he gets there, and then he turns around, comes back. I'm kind of like watching like, what's going what's going on now? Like it's the third motherfucker stealing shit. And so just getting followed and kind of like looping around and shit. And he's just kind of booking it through the store with this cart now. It's pretty fucking hilarious. And he thinks he's lost the security lead, so he quickly like throws the chargers like in a cart on the side, pretending like so that way when security gets to him, he won't have anything on him because like he hadn't like hid the chargers in his cart. They put the chargers like in his shirt pockets. But security actually was behind him. JR was behind him. And he's like, "Hey man, so what are you doing with those chargers?" He's like, "Whoa, what?" They just go like, "What? I don't know what you're talking about." He's like, and Jared's like, "Don't lie to me right now. Like, what do you like? Where'd you put those chargers?" And he's like, "They're over on the shelves. What are you talking about?" He's like, "Stop pointing. I don't. We're not, like, I know what happened." He's like, "We're not playing." My favorite is right here. He's like, "We are not playing around right now. There is 0% playing happening right now." There is 0% playing happening right now. Do you understand what is going on? That was a literal one-liner that was dropped. This guy's like, "No, I didn't do anything." Oh, and he's just like, "Why are you doing?" And the security's like, "Why are you doing this? You know, we know you. You know we've got you on camera." And it's apparently because this guy's like done this a few times now. And this guy's like, "No, I haven't." He's like, "We know what you did. I know what you did. I know what you did. We are not playing around. We're not playing." He's like, "Oh," and he like ends up dropping the car. He just fucking like he doesn't run, but he like kind of like walking like really quick like towards the front of the store, and then he's being followed again, and security is just following him around, and he's being savage. He's just like, "What are you doing, man? Like, you gonna leave so soon?" And it's just like, oh my god, like this guy was. It was theft. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I would not say treat a normal customer that way, but it was just theft. Like, they knew exactly what the fuck they were doing. Like, it was obvious. It's obvious from second one. Not to mention they have apparently have prior footage of this guy stealing shit. They told me. Anyways, holy shit! Did I just talk for 30 fucking minutes about Target? Oh god. That's how fucking hilarious this day was, though. 3 motherfuckers back to back to back, completely unrelated. 3 different thefts in 3 different fucking ways. Cutting the fucking security wrap off. Some guy just trying to hide shit in a rug and bustle it out, and then the guy putting shit in his pocket. Trying to get. We got all fucking 3. Yeah, I usually don't see theft more than like once a week, and we got 3 in a day, and we caught all fucking 3. So booyah, motherfuckers! Anyways, I recorded this more for me than for anybody else, but if you enjoyed it, thanks.